Welcome to the In the Beginning Incubator webinar. We're thrilled to have you join us for this special event where we celebrate the journeys of ambitious entrepreneurs who have turned their visions into reality. Join us every Tuesday as we spotlight incredible clients who have navigated the entrepreneurial landscape and emerged victorious. Each session is more than just a conversation. It's an opportunity to learn firsthand from business owners who have faced challenges, embraced innovation, and achieved remarkable success. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or refining your strategy, these webinars will provide you with practical advice and real-world knowledge to guide your path forward. Stay engaged and get ready to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit. This is your chance to connect, learn, and grow with a community of like-minded visionaries. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our host for this powerful series, Mr. Christian Johnson, the Chief Strategist Officer of In the Beginning Incubator. As a seasoned business strategist and mentor, Mr. Johnson has played a pivotal role in guiding entrepreneurs through the complexities of business ownership. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Christian Johnson. Welcome to the In the Beginning Incubator webinar. We're thrilled to have you join us for this special event where we celebrate the journeys of ambitious entrepreneurs who have turned their visions into reality. Join us every Tuesday as we spotlight incredible clients who have navigated the entrepreneurial landscape and emerged victorious. Each session is more than just a conversation. It's an opportunity to learn firsthand from business owners who have faced challenges, embraced innovation, and achieved remarkable success. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or refining your strategy, these webinars will provide you with practical advice and real-world knowledge to guide your path forward. Stay engaged and get ready to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit. This is your chance to connect, learn, and grow with a community of like-minded visionaries. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our host for this powerful series, Mr. Christian Johnson, the Chief Strategist Officer of In the Beginning Incubator. As a seasoned business strategist and mentor, Mr. Johnson has played a pivotal role in guiding entrepreneurs through the complexities of business ownership. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Christian Johnson. Welcome to the In the Beginning Incubator webinar. We're thrilled to have you join us for this special event where we celebrate the journeys of ambitious entrepreneurs who have turned their visions into reality. Join us every Tuesday as we spotlight incredible clients who have navigated the entrepreneurial landscape and emerged victorious. Each session is more than just a conversation. It's an opportunity to learn firsthand from business owners who have faced challenges, embraced innovation, and achieved remarkable success. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or refining your strategy, these webinars will provide you with practical advice and real-world knowledge to guide your path forward. Stay engaged and get ready to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit. This is your chance to connect, learn, and grow with a community of like-minded visionaries. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our host for this powerful series, Mr. Christian Johnson, the Chief Strategist Officer of In the Beginning Incubator. As a seasoned business strategist and mentor, Mr. Johnson has played a pivotal role in guiding entrepreneurs through the complexities of business ownership. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Christian Johnson. Welcome to the In the Beginning.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are here on March 11th, 2025. We are here today with another client highlight, Mr. David Vines. Mr. Vines?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Yes, sir.
We got an echo back there.
I got you. Now I had to do it on my phone.
That's perfect. Okay, this is a lot better. A lot better. And you can hear me clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so that's good. So we are here today with Mr. David Vines. He is the CEO of Your Surface, My Purpose. Thank you, everybody, for joining in and hopping in. We're just about to start. So, as everybody knows from our introduction, I just want to give a shout out also before we get started to Mr. James Allen, another one of our clients. He is a producer and he also does marketing, and he created our introduction and intro and outro video for us. So I just wanted to shout him out as well. I like it. It is two of them. There's one from me and one from Ms. Johnson. So I really appreciate that. And everybody knows who I am. So, Mr. Vines, why don't you introduce yourself and introduce what you do, and then we'll move forward.
All right. So my name is David Vines. I own a pressure washing business. I do houses. I also do mobile detailing, uh, wood fencing, wooden decks, bricks. I even do a little concrete pressure washing, and that's basically what my business is about: pressure washing.
I know you also do car detailing as well, correct?
Oh yes, sir, and I do mobile car detailing also.
Yeah, I was about to say to do everything that you put everything out there that you do. And so you do power washing, like you said, and you also do mobile car detailing. I'm putting your website up on here right now, yoursurfacemypurpose.com. And so everybody can check you out and visit your site and see your services that you offer and book consultations. Of course, we do these webinars for people to of course understand entrepreneurship, but also understand our clients and how we work with our clients. So, Mr. Vines, give us a backstory of how we originally met and the first time you met ITB.
Well, I have been in search for some help. Please hold on, babe. Come get him. I'm sorry, my grandson, guys. So I initially was trying to get some help with really getting my marketing and social media stuff out there because what I was doing wasn't working. So I found out through another place called MBL, and I went to them, and then they recommended me to have a talk with ITB. And once I had got in contact with ITB, the first thing that I loved about ITB is they felt like it was a family oriented. It felt like they cared, they showed love and kindness at the very beginning, excitement. And it was able to let me be able to be vulnerable and open up the things that I do and don't know about my own business. And that's how I met ITB and built a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm. And I know you had come in, and I also think the on the spiritual side also kind of brought you in as well. Um, we are publicly, uh, I wouldn't say like Chick-fil-A where they're openly faith-based, but we are I would consider us a faith-based organization, because we definitely do pray together. We definitely do commune together. We definitely do things that I guess traditional businesses and traditional corporations might not do. And like you said, we are a family, and it is very family oriented. So I feel like that also might have attracted you to ITB as well.
Yes, definitely. I didn't want to try to put that out there like that because when I start talking about God, it gets a little bit of conversation that gets you off business, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I get you.
And
I know. I'm saying, I know, but for each person is different. But I know for you that was another thing as well.
yes, sir.
Not everybody in ITB is necessarily of the religious type, but I know for our relationship, it is like that. So what have we done as far as services that me, Ms. Johnson, and Sharnay have done to help you support your business, and how has that helped you at least go towards the right direction and kind of move into the right direction with everything, with the Entrepreneur Academy, with the website, the logo, any documents that you receive from Sharnay. Tell me how everything has kind of worked for you and helped you in your business.
Well, one of the main things was that it ITB helped me go from having a working mind into a business mind because the working mind chased the money, but a business mind chases business. And ITB have helped me come out of my shell. because I was thinking that I know how to do business and how to run a business because I was just on my own thinking. But when ITB started introducing me to all these classes that we've been going through, credit, having a business entrepreneur mindset, it helped me to open up and realize that I'm not just a worker. I'm actually a real business CEO of my own company, and then helping me building the website because I didn't want the social media stuff. I didn't want to get involved with, but Christian did such a good job in showing me how to put that together and how to do it myself because I'm not computer savvy. I don't really know a whole lot about computers. I'm a '70s child, and now I don't say think that makes a difference, but I don't. And having somebody there for you that can help you navigate through the things that you don't know and understand, and then not only navigate, but then shows you how to do it, and then let you do it hands on. Like Charnay had me to do a one hand on, and there was so much knowledge, man. And then the other thing I love about it is the fact that they comes to me and they give me the accountability, having me accountable, getting me, I love people that can hold me accountable. And then also somebody can show me my character defects and things that I think I know that I don't know because I think I know it all. At ITB and dealing with Langston and showing me what the business world looked like. Coming into a big bank and then having people that's going up the floors and entering into these offices. And then when you enter the offices, everybody's so loving and kind. And it took me out of a poverty mindset to a business mindset. Just wanting to do mediocre work, but now I want to scale my business even more and get more into how can I grow my business. And that's what ITB have done for me, man. It has really opened me up, and I've actually been getting business by doing it the ITB way.
And we have definitely gotten business from you as well. And you have referred clients to us, Mr. Cliff. He was on, I think, early at the beginning of the month with his with JS Designs, and that was somebody that you introduced to us. And he's just like you. He's just as hungry. And we love to see, like you said, people come to us and they might think that of course they know everything, they have everything on lock. They might not need the support, they might not need to be told anything. But when you come and you deal with Miss Johnson, or you deal with me, it's a whole nother thing that you get. It's a lot of different questions that, because we don't want it at ITB to be transactional. A lot of people that come to us come from other places where they just say it felt like wherever they were doing before was just a transaction. It wasn't anything fulfilling from working, or even with down to the business plan, having a business plan that is so detailed and specific to everything in your business, and actually implemented ideas that you might have given to Ms. Johnson and implemented into the business plan. It's very different, and I think that you kind of encapsulated what you said, encapsulated everything that we kind of work in. And so you also mentioned another thing, Langston. You are a Langston client, and you've met with Langston and interviewed with them, and are a part of the cohort with the academy and everything. Talk to me about your experience as a client with us, but also on the Langston Grant.
Well, the thing is that everybody got a story, and I have a story in my background of the life that I lived before I came to Richmond. And so that lifestyle that I lived had me at a mindset that I can't do it. I got to struggle. I got to fight. I got to figure out a way to do it. And then to be able to run into a business or a mindset of people that's called Langston, that looks beyond what your past is, and they're looking for what they can do to make your life better. Instead of standing in the problem, they're opening up for a solution. Where this thing will make cost a lot of money to try to acquire, but because of my background, that they really took their heart and put it into helping people from a background that I come from, and to invest in me to, and, and it's not, it's rare when you find someone that comes from the background that they do, to say, hey, this man, we need to help some people that's going through mental health, and people that's trying to get on their feet, people that's trying to be a business mind person. So we're going to invest in this person by all means necessary, and we're going to take time for this person, and we're going to show them what they need to do and back them up 100% to get them into a position where they need to be getting, because they're going to be a productive person in society. I can't hear you, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I had myself muted. But with Langston, they are very all the team that we work with Langston, they're very passionate about the individuals with disabilities. They're very passionate because all of them have been affected by, they either know somebody with a disability, and or they have a disability themselves. And so the research that they're actually doing is very, very important. And in this day and age, with them throwing DEI away, a lot of people don't understand that these programs and certain programs that are set up are in order to support people who are disabled, who have disabilities, who might not be able to learn the same way somebody else learns, or may not be not maybe not may not be able to access things as easily as somebody else. So accessibility issues and things of that nature. And what Langston is doing is kind of shining a light on a subgroup of individuals in business. And because a lot of times individual disabilities and people who have mental or cognitive issues, they need extra support and that extra handholding. And working with us, they get that extra handholding and that support. And with Langston at the table, a university, a HBCU at the table, it definitely helps because they kind of have an idea as well. Even though they're in academia and they're straight to research, they still understand, and they understand the constituents that we're working with. So it sounds like you're happy with being a part of Grant, and and the research. And when they came in and they met you, you had a good conversation, and them asking your questions and everything, all that went well, and the team, you had a good feeling about the team, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is another piece that I wanted to tap into, because I didn't really ask Mr. Cliff too much, because he hasn't met with Langston, and you're the only person we've had on here on the webinar who's actually interacted with our Langston team and has also gotten to work and have gotten their work. So I have a lead into another thing. So with the academy and them teaching you, I know you went through marketing, I know you went through leadership, and I think something that stuck with you, what you've said, which I love that you're actually repeating things that we're teaching, is the mindset of being an entrepreneur and being a business owner. There's a difference, and especially for your business. And I know we're supposed to be traveling here soon for this is an entrepreneurship. This is you opening up to something different in your business. So tell me, in what ways in power washing specifically you plan to, instead of thinking just as a business owner, you plan to be an entrepreneur and expand?
So my idea of is to try to make this one of the biggest power washing companies there is. Because the name of my business kind of speaks for itself. Is, it's your service, my purpose, and the biggest investments that people make in their life is their home and their cars. So my idea is, because as you said, we got a meeting to get ready to do. There's a new um, business that's coming out right now, and I'm trying to be one of the first ones to get this business on the ground and get it started, make it bigger, make it more better. Because it scales. It takes them from being a mediocre business to also to being a successful, close to being a 500 country, 500 country. I mean, I don't know how to say it, but um, and
Fortune.
so I want to put some of my business in different states uh, where I know that people have issues and educating people on what's the seriousness of what and why I'm doing it. It's not doing it just to clean your house, to make your house beautiful. It's also to make your house safe, and to educate people on the safety and the causes of why I'm doing what I'm doing and how big I want to make this business, because I want you to understand the importance of why I do what I do.
So so when somebody calls you, it says, "Hey, Mr. Vines, I need a I live in a subdivision and my house is like really dirty. I got moss growing on the walls on the walls or something. My gutters are like really dirty." What is that? What is take a step by step through how you would approach it from the consultation stage to the actual production stage of you actually cleaning.
Well, the most important thing is when I deal with customers, um, a lot of time they think that they're educated on the part of the stuff or the green or the algae that's on their house, and um, so when they come to me and tell me what they want done, then I have to let them know that what I'm doing is not only getting rid of it, but it's killing it, and educating them on how much they're doing, and that they're putting it in their homes. Uh, and I watched an article not too long ago where a family was uh, was getting really sick in the house, and after doing all the investigation and doing everything they had to do, they found out that it came from the mold they was traveling from the outside of the house to the inside of the house. The mold is on the steps, on the sidewalks, and everything, and they rather find out what it was. So I try not to get too in depth with people, but when they started talking to me about getting it done, I educate them on what the process of getting it done and what it takes to get it done, and letting them know how often, and letting them know the importance of why.
And this was a question from Ms. Johnson. She asked, what time of year should we get power washing done?
Well, it's two times of the year when you want to get your house done, and we're getting ready to get into the peak season of it. And it's right after, most likely, after the pollen is gone. That's once a year. And then at the end of the summer, before the winter come in, you want to get it done. So what happens is from 6 months to 6 months, that what we do when we clean the house, it will keep the mold and algae off your house all year round, so you won't be tracking it.
So the product and the solution that you use, it is you coat it's a coat, I'm assuming, and it also protects it, like you said, from the whole year. It protects it from any more algae growing or anything growing, mold or anything like that.
Right. So you just don't want to get rid of the mold or the green algae. You want to kill it
Hmm.
because it multiplies.
I'm sorry, that's my crazy dog running
That's
around.
fine. So you just don't want to wash it off.
Yeah.
And the thing is that people look at it and they think they're looking at dirt on their home. Well, actually, what it is algae growing
From the moisture.
from the moisture, from the heat, from the air. It's actually growing. And you think that it's just, oh, just wash the dirt off and everything. No, if you ain't killing the algae, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't gonna just come off with just putting pressure to it. It's gonna stay there.
Hmm. So I think we had another question. Ms. Johnson asked, how often should we get our houses clean? I think you said about twice a year.
Twice a year.
Twice a year. Does that include gutter cleaning as well?
No. See, gutter cleaning is a different entity because it's always a different material. See, the sodium hydrochloride, it kills algae. It's not algae that sticks onto the metal of gutters. there's another special solution that you have to kill the kill the stuff on the gutters. Now, don't get me wrong. It's called if you have green algae on your gutters, it will kill it off the gutters. But most time the gutters have what you call like a trace line or teardrop lines in them, where the sodium hydrochloride don't disappear that. It's a special chemical that you have to get that off.
Somebody else said, this is Coach Perk, Mr. Jefferson. He asked, what type of cleaning products are best to use for this, and is safe for kids and pets? So I'm assuming along the lines of your products, you use products that are safe, of course, for humans and children and pets. So they're eco-friendly products that you would that you specifically use that might be beneficial?
Well, there comes a point there comes a point of
And you don't have to give us all your secrets. Don't give us all your secrets.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind giving the secrets. Well, okay, so like the only true thing that would kill this stuff, and this from my experience and since I've been doing it, yeah, it doesn't bother kids. So actually, what we're actually using a very strong Clorox, right? And in the Clorox bottle, it said it doesn't drink it, and it can burn your skin. It could do all that, but it don't hurt the ground. It won't hurt plants. It'll hurt plants, but you have to water them down. You got to be very cautious. Now there is some things out there that you can use, far as cleaning a house off, but this stuff doesn't really kill algae. It'll get it off, but it don't kill it. It just rinses it off, but it don't kill it. So you're looking at it by a good few months' time, it could be grow right back.
So in what ways, what are the early stages of somebody who necessarily is a homeowner, and what is the early signs or the early stages of, okay, I have algae, I need to get this done? What are the first signs of it could potentially being a problem?
When you look at your home and it looks like dust, and you're thinking in yourself, that's just dirt. No, that's algae growing.
And it's not always green?
No, it's not always green. Don't start off green.
Okay. I didn't know that.
What happens is algae grows. It sticks first, and long as you're not doing anything to get rid of it, it continues on growing. And then it gets so to the point that it'll grow so much that it look like green velvet.
Okay. And is that the same for the walkways and
Same thing?
Same thing. Okay.
Same thing. See, a lot of time when people look at their walkways and it's looking real dark, and real black looking dark, sometimes people think that's dirt. No, that's black mold.
Mm. And how does that affect your health? Like you said, how does that affect one's health?
It affects it tremendously, very tremendously, because when you get out your car and you step on your sidewalk and you walk up your steps and you see all that black stuff in there that you're walking on, especially when it's wet, and you go in your house, you track it in your house, and when you look behind you, you can tell the footsteps of where you stepped at, because you see dirt. You're like, oh, I got dirt in the house. No, you got black mold. You just brought it in your house.
Okay. Well, a lot of what you're saying, I really did not know. And as a young man who will eventually have my own family in my own house, this is some stuff. But anyway, I would just call you so you could come and do it for me. And I know personally here, we've been saying that we're gonna get you to come and do the power wash, because we have a power washer. In the past, we would just do it ourselves, but it's always difficult to get in every nook and cranny. And I think the solutions we were using wasn't like we have a white house. So I guess a question I do have is there a difference in the material, or I guess brick maybe, in that type of plastic material on the outside of houses? does it? Are there different? I don't know. Are there like different effects it might have? Like, is one worse than the other to
Yes,
clean?
yes, it is because okay, for instance, with brick, right? There's such thing there's pressure washing and there's soft washing. Um, okay, pressure washing that means you're putting straight pressure, and that's one of the things you don't want to do to bricks because what happens is it pulls the sand and grit out of the mortar, and so you're brittle. You're making your bricks brittle, and you're going into it. So what you do, you call it soft washing. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens is you soft wash almost all material.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now during the pressure washing, a lot of people like to try to do that to try to get off the oxidation on their homes. And oxidation comes from people not taking care of their home and not keeping the pressure washed.
Okay.
Yes, there's different ways. There's different materials. There's different backgrounds of brick. You got brick. You don't want to do stucco. You can't pressure wash stucco. You can only soft wash. If you notice, a lot of companies now, that's what they're doing. They're doing soft wash because people don't want to pay for the price that it takes to do the pressure wash.
And is the soft washing more of a temporary type? Well, I don't think anything is necessarily permanent because it's still the
No,
out.
no, no.
But
Yeah,
is it more like a something short time temporary? Then you would have to get that done more
yeah.
often than a power pressure wash.
If you're pressure washing, yeah, it'll last longer than soft washing, but it's what you're doing to your material. Right. So let's say if you got a house and you bought this house, you haven't did it in a long time. You got a lot of oxidation on it, and it's vinyl. The oxidation's already then breaking that vinyl down. That's why it's important. And then when you put pressure on it, and it start popping your vinyl siding off, and then it start making holes in your vinyl siding, it's because you're putting the pressure on it. And a lot there's different in pressure washers. You got 2.5s, you got threes, but professional pressure washers go from 4 gallon per minute and up. Those are the type of pressure washers that you use to do this business with, and that's what you want to use to be professional.
Mm, okay. And like Miss Johnson said, and we're going down the list. She said, yes, we are calling you for the services. So when it start to get around that time where you said specifically where I'm pretty sure business picks up around that time for you. Um,
Yeah, it's getting busy now.
yeah, it's starting to get busy as you get to spring, and like you said, the pollen, all that just sits on your house, and the rain doesn't necessarily do all that kind of. It doesn't necessarily help. So Miss Ellen is on as well. Thank you, Miss Ellen, for joining. She asked, "Is the chemical the same for brick and siding?"
Yes. Uh, with bricks, sometimes with bricks, some people uh, use acid on bricks to clean bricks. But you've got to remember what you're using. You're using acid. But if you use a soft wash system, you're just using a nice surfactant with a strong Clorox that's going to clean it up and brighten it. It's going to save it. It's going to save your bricks because pressure washing on bricks is a no-no.
Okay. So on you said also you mentioned wooden fences. I've seen photos of you pressure washing wooden fences. Is that the same process? Is it a different process? Is that more soft washing?
That's basically all the same thing.
All the same thing.
Mhm.
Okay. And there's no different type of chemical you use. You still use that Clorox based.
Oh yeah, it's that hydrochloride is that's you're not going to find too many pressure washer people. It's not going to rather use that. I'm going through that right now with a bid.
Okay. So somebody else, Coach Perk had a question here. He said, "We use different product for the sidewalk or the same for the house? Is it the
Uh,
same product for both?"
same because like on the sidewalk, if it's black looking, if it's dark looking on the sidewalk, you will spray the sodium hydrochloride on it so it can kill the concrete, kill the mold on top of the concrete. So when you pressure wash it off, it means that you're not just pressing and washing it off, and it's going right into the dirt and still growing.
Okay. So commercial buildings. I know that you said you work on the bid, and we need to talk about that. I don't know, you writing for a bid because Ms. Johnson writes contracts. If we wrote a contract, we're writing a contract. So call us for that, and let us know about that so we can help you on that side.
Yeah, this job is I don't even think I'm going to even try the food with it. They're what they're trying to do is that's why I thank God for ITB is to give me a business mind, because I've been doing some research on my business, and this job is telling me what they want done, which I agree with, but on some of the things they want done, it's almost impossible to do it that way. They got 115,000 square feet of building, of one building. Then they got 188,000 square feet of another building that they want done in a week, and they only want to pay by the hour instead of the square footage.
Square footage, yeah. So, and that's something exactly like you said. We sat down and went over pricing for you, and that's the way that you do your pricing. So I can really understand that, and that was going to be the next area where I lead into is commercial property, dealing with commercial property. So is it the same approach to cleaning a residential home, a residential area, that it is in a commercial area, or do you use completely different products or different products?
Same approach.
Same approach.
Same approach. The only thing about when you're dealing with commercial, you have to wait for your money.
Oh, okay.
And you got to invest your own hard-earned money into the chemicals and things that gas and everything that you got to invest in there until you get your money from them, and you have to put that in your pricing.
So do you use the I know in the past I've seen power washing companies, they have that giant tank truck, and I've heard I might have heard this from you, where somebody would say, well, where's the water? Where are you getting the water?
Right.
Do you bring your own water, or
I can't?
Or does the person, your client, have to do you have to hook your water up to their water spigot and use their water?
Well, I got a big buffer tank inside my van, which is 275 gallons. So when I'm going out to a house, I can't measure and say, well, it's going to take 50 gallons of water to do this house. So it's anything after that, then I have to charge the people for me using my water, because I'm draining the water from my house. So it's cheaper for me to use the water at the person's house, because I won't have to use as much water. I use less water if I use your water. I use more water if I have to use mine, because I have to fill up that whole tank, because I can't say that I won't have enough water. But if I'm hooked up to your water supply, I can get your house done fast, and it probably won't even use about a good maybe 40, 50 gallons of water. But I will have to charge you for 275 gallons of water.
Yeah, if you fill it up yourself. And that's
right.
Even if you have to use that much.
Right.
So do you typically how much do you use for a residential house? Is it about 50 gallons?
No, you're looking at more or less about 100.
100 gallons. Okay. That's also good to know. All these things I didn't know, and I'm hoping everybody watching, we got a lot of people joining in and commenting. I'm hoping that a lot of people are getting a lot of new information, because I'm getting a lot of new information about this as well. What will be the process to getting your services? I have your website on here. Your Surface My Purpose. What will be the best way? I think this is your number right here, 804-792-1999.
729.
Oh, 729. Let me edit that for you real quick. 729. 729-1955. Another question I do have: do you travel? Do you travel? What's your radius for traveling to actually go to a maybe a different state or a different part of Virginia? And are those fees included in your pricing?
Yes, sir. I'm headed to North Carolina this week.
Okay. So what's as
So
far as you gone for a
I,
job?
if if people willing to pay the price, I travel far as like North Carolina. About the farthest 2 hours out.
Okay.
I was about the farthest I would go is 2 hours out.
That's like from here to Raleigh, pretty much, or from
Yeah,
DC here to Virginia Beach.
right,
So that's a pretty good solid radius.
right,
And of course, you said that you mentioned you want to expand and you want to be in other states. Of course, you want your Surface My Purpose to be a national, potentially international brand.
right.
That makes sense. I get that. I understand, and that is what we here at ITB are instilling in our incubators. Somebody else asked, this Miss Johnson again. She said, "Does it include roof cleaning?"
No, it doesn't.
Okay, is
With
that
the pressure, that's another entity. So how I give it to people, it might sound strange to people, but how I do what I do give it to them is like this right here. See, the roof is not going to be like your house. It's not going to have to be done um, 2 times a year. You can get your house done with the roof, and it'll last you about 5 to 10 years. The next time you will have to get it done. And how I explain to people, it may sound funny, is now like when you go buy a chicken wing, you go in the store and you go buy a chicken wing, you order chicken wings. Most chicken wings don't even come whole no more. They break them up in pieces, and they make you pay for each piece according to the piece. Well, the house is the same way. You got the vinyl, you got the concrete, you got the vinyl siding, you got the metal, uh rain, what to call this? I'm sorry, I can't think of it.
is it railings or
No, no, no. Where the rain come down? You just said a while ago.
oh the gutter?
Gutters, right? The gutters, and then the roof. That's the broke down of a house. A lot of people like to look at it and say, "Well, it's the part of the house. It's the whole house." Yes, but that's not a part of the house. Far as what you want pressure wash, you will have to include the roof in because it's a different material. See, they're different material. You got metal gutters, you got vinyl siding, and you got tar roof, and you got concrete. Those
Yeah.
are four different entities. Then some people have wood railings, wood fencing, wood ramp to the house. All of these are different parts of the house, even though they're attached to the house.
Okay. Miss Ellen asked a question, and I think this is a good pivot into the next part. Because we're about 20 minutes out. The your vehicles. I know that you also do detailing for vehicles. Uh, is that process the same process? I know with the cars, you're very down to the specifics with the headlight restoration and the actual cleaning of the inside of the vehicle and the outside. Is that the same? Do you approach when you clean a house the same when you clean a car?
Well, yes, but different chemicals.
Different chemicals,
Right. So you don't use SH on a car.
of
You
course. Yeah.
don't use that on the car. So you want to go buy some special chemical that has a wash and wax detergent in it. A lot of people like to use foam cannons. But at the end of the day, I'm still the traditional style. I like the hand wash because I feel like I can get it better with a hand wash than just spraying on some foam and then spraying it off and hoping your car come clean. There's nothing out there that's made that can take and you can spray on your car. Your car be clean. You don't have to do nothing with it. So yeah, that's different product. That's that. Yeah, it's a that's a whole total different entity when it comes down to the car because cars are what you call I would say like they call a dog. It's a man's best friend.
Exactly. I love Big Red.
Yeah.
The truck I just got.
Right.
I tell you
And
what,
then
I'll take it to the car wash and I will sit there at least for an hour and a half, putting the
so
on the rubber trim. Do and like you said, it's I don't hand wash it, but putting that trim like a wax that goes on the black trim, and on my tires, and I use that on everything that's plastic and black.
well, I'm glad you said that. So let me give you a little education on that, right? Uh, do you know the car washes are the worst thing you can take your car through?
No, I did not. Please tell
Right.
me why.
So imagine that you're in line, right? And you're behind a truck. And this truck have been through mud. It got mud all over it. And
Hmm.
it goes in and get washed, right? So you see the things turning, they're turning and getting all the mud off. Well, what's happening is it's getting the mud off, but the grit is getting in the fiber.
And the
So
microfiber
the grit
that's on those spinning
that
things.
that gets in the fiber. I don't know if have you ever dropped a microfiber cloth on the ground and
And
you
it
couldn't
takes
literally hardly get none of that stuff out of it?
yeah.
That's the same with that thing. So actually, you're getting your car washed, but you're actually then to get damaged by a lot of sand, a lot of sand and grit that hit your car. You wonder when you go out and look at your car, look like it got scratches all in it, and
Uh-huh.
that's where it comes from. And also, one of the biggest mistakes that I have done already, and I got to get my truck painted. It pops off clear coat.
It pops off what?
Your clear coat,
What is the oh your clear coat.
your clear coat.
Oh, clear
Yeah,
coat on
that's
the
why it's more important than see. I'd say it like this right here. A lot of people like a microwave meal.
Mhm.
That's how I look at when people want to get their cars washed. They want a microwave car wash,
Yeah.
right?
So your approach is you actually hand wash it and you take the time to scrub it.
Right, and with the vacuuming, with cleaning out the cup holders, using the correct material equipment, and what happens and what it does, it helps your pimp you from the inside. When you got the sun beaming in, if you don't have nothing that you'll keep putting on, you'll wonder why it start cracking. That's just like vinyl siding doing pressure washing. If you don't keep it conditioned, it's going to stop breaking and cracking, and then next thing you know, you got a big mess.
Yeah. And is that and the so what would that look like for somebody who wanted to call and say, hey, is that a full package where they do the inside, outside, and the headlights, or is everything a la carte? You can do things a la carte.
So I have packages that you can choose from, right? So me and Chardonnay went over this, and I got to get back at it. You got a deluxe, you got a premium, you got a super deluxe, and that's when the prices go up. That's when so like a lot of people think that okay, I just want you to wash the back of my car.
Yeah.
Okay, I go in, I wash the back of the car, and then I'm done. And they say, well, why you didn't clean the cup holders? Well, why you didn't wipe off the dash? Well, why you didn't clean the inside of the windows? Well, I just let you choose from what you want to do, and that's do. But that's not the way I do my business,
Yeah.
right? I try to make sure I'm a businessman that does tips for my clients.
Uh-huh.
Uh, if I'm cleaning your car and you just want the inside, the outside wash, that's what you're looking for. I'm gonna wash your outside. I'm also gonna clean your windows, and I'm gonna wipe down. I go the extra mile because I wouldn't want to. I do unto others they would have them do unto me. I believe in going the extra mile for all my clients. I have quite a few clients that calls me all the time because they like the point that I take initiative and making sure that I do a good job. And if it's anything that's missing, I go back and get it right.
That's again, that is the same approach that we at ITB we take with our clients. And I know sometimes it's difficult to do that because some people just hard to hard to satisfy.
Yeah.
But in business, you have to do that, and like you said, you have to go above and beyond, and for every client, and you do that for sure in power washing and in cleaning. And everybody watching, I think they can agree that just from hearing you talk about what you do and then breaking it down to your process, you are the subject matter expert in what you do. So I literally just signed up for the subscription at the car wash place down the street, and I feel bad because now I feel like, Mr. Vines, you just did come and clean my car.
Yeah,
So
it's I get, don't get me wrong, I do get it. I do get it.
it's
But
convenient. It's like very convenient, but I get it at the same time. If I'm gonna clean it and I'm gonna sit for another hour and do extra cleaning and vacuum the inside myself and do all that everything inside, what's really the point?
right. So that's the reason why I do the mobile.
Yeah.
Right. So that way you can sit home and still watch your TV and relax and take your time, and I can be out there making beautifying your car and making sure it stays safe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the advantage of, there's nothing like a hand wash on anything. You're not gonna, with your dishes, I'm just giving an example. You're not gonna put water in your dish drain and then just take the dish, just dip it in the water and put it up.
No.
You got to scrub it.
Yeah.
That's
And
the same process as a car.
even hand washing it compared to the dishwasher is a much cleaner wash.
Right. I'm gonna give you this right here. Why is it that they have a dishwasher that can wash your food, wash your dishes, but you got to pre-treat it?
Yeah. You gotta rinse it.
They want you to rinse it and wipe it out a little bit and then put it in there.
That's what that's for, right?
That's just like a car going through the car wash, a dishwasher.
That makes sense. That's true. I never even thought about it that way. That
Yeah.
makes sense. So that is good. And I think we got 10 more minutes, Mr. Vines. We got a good 10 more minutes. I'm gonna look here some more, see if we got any more questions. But I did want to do this. I did want to show your site for people to go to your site and book and set up consultations. So let me present real quick. Let me present my screen. I'm going to screen share, and you can probably hear somebody crying in the back. So let me mute myself real quick. Give me 1 second. That's one of the babies here. And I know you on babysitting duty as well.
Yeah, y'all can't hear him in the background.
Can you hear him in the background crying to use this bathroom? Lord Jesus. But let me get it up to share my screen for you, everybody, so they can see. So this is Mr. Vines. This is his website. That, of course, I created. Very happy about it. And this is him working. You can see him working, doing the wood like he said, doing the wooden fence, everything that he works on. This is a pavement and a house. And Mr. Vines cleans very nice houses for sure. Like the houses that he does, very nice houses in very nice neighborhoods. So if you want to stunt, and this is for everybody, if you want to stunt, and this is a before one. If you want to stunt on your neighbors, like this is another house that he's done. If you want to stunt on your neighbors and you want your yard to look nice, like this one right here, then definitely give him a call. Definitely give Mr. Vines a call, and you can go online and book a consultation for residential, the vehicle detailing, and the commercial consultation for commercial buildings as well. And then let's go look at some more pictures of Mr. Vines. These are all his pictures that he's taken of houses that he's done in different neighborhoods. Look very beautiful. These are all after pictures. I think this one right here is in the after picture though, but these are all after he's washed it, and the outcome is so much better with that gray that he was talking about earlier. You can see the gray on, I think a little bit Maybe not in this one so much. This one looks
That
like
was that was a before. You would be
yeah,
surprised how
this
their house came out. Oh my God.
this one in the right bottom
Yeah.
right.
Yes, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm. This
You'll
is
be
a.
amazed.
That's what I'm saying. This one looks like a before. So this is a good before picture where you can see it. I don't know if everybody can see it close up, but it is definitely a gray tint to the house. And you can see it on the wood too, on the wooden railings right here. And what exactly what Mr. Vance was talking about earlier, all that deteriorates your wood, and this is the vinyl that you were talking about earlier. So all that deteriorates it, and it tears down your house over time, and it collects mold and everything, like you said. So it's definitely not beneficial, and to keep your house this way. And I had to change that picture, Mister. I don't know why that even did that. Now I'm looking at it and I'm done mess something up myself. But consultations are free. You do free consultations, correct, Mr. Vons?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to give you a call today, well, probably not today, but tomorrow at this number, they will be giving you a call at this number right here, 804-729-1955. And you will do you do virtual consultations as well? Do you or do you just go to the property, look at the property or the car and say
Yeah.
this
I'd
is
rather I'd rather go to the people because um sometimes when you give people a consultation over the phone or through a text message, and sometimes people even you can do it through Google Earth. Well, sometimes them pictures on Google Earth is the house before it got clean. So I'd rather be on person because sometimes you get surprised when you come out. People don't tell you the whole story.
yeah.
They don't tell you the whole story, the scope of their house. Then when you get there, you don't gave them a price over the phone. And then when you get there, you be like, man, now I got to honor this price because I didn't see it in person.
Yeah.
This is terrible. I go through that with detailing cars too.
So let me. Well, I had another question. What's the worst you've seen for? Tell me your worst house, residential house story, and then tell me the worst you've seen for a car.
Um, okay, for a house, man, this house here, man, was white under it, and it had on four sides. It looked like it haven't been pressure washed since the house been built.
It
I'm
was
being
white under.
honest.
It was white underneath the house.
And man, it was all over the house. Don't like it ever been. The house supposed to been white, but it looked like it was green. And I had to put a strong mix on it, and it was white. And when the customers came home and they looked at it, and they said, "I can't even look at the house because you got that white so bright." Um, and so and now the worst thing with a car is, oh my God, cat hair, dog hair,
Dog hair.
yeah,
You said.
cat hair, dog hair, kids candy, kids playing in the back seat, spilling juice, spilling sodas, spilling ice cream. And then the people tell you they just want to back them out. Then when you get there, you see what you got, and then okay, you didn't say nothing about this, but you told me on the phone this is what you charge, right? And then they come, you can't clean it out the seats. That's in the price, ain't it? So that's why I don't do too much of that over phone talk.
Yeah, that makes.
Sometimes one of the most important things people like to ask is what's give me a bottom price or a price. And what people don't like to tell me because majority of people that you go do work for, they already got a budget.
Mm-hmm. And they try
So
to
they
tell you. They tell you they stuff.
right. So they think that okay, if I come and say this, I've got a question to ask you. Do you have a budget? Well, they be scared to tell me their budget because they think if they tell me 375, I'm gonna go with the 375. I don't do that because I live for God. I already know what I'm going to charge you. I want to see your budget because my job is to make money, but also save you money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you tell me 375 and I come up there and I know it's going to take me because it don't really take about 30 minutes to an hour to do something by the house. And I say, hey, give me 225. I'm out of here. And then you got the ones out here, they charge by the square footage, and they charging people ridiculous price, $600-700. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I should be there, but they charge people $600-700. They're doing the same amount of time, and they out of there within an hour. And then the customer is unsatisfied because they feel like they threw their money away. I just gave you $600 for 30 minutes to an hour of work for $600. I won't never call you again. And I'm going through that right now through a neighborhood. I'm going through that right now through a neighborhood. They've been charging people $600.
So you work with HOAs and to do.
They are the hardest. They are some of the hardest people because you can present it to them. Like I got a flyer in a couple of HOAs. I never get a call for none of them. And you would think that what you can put your service up there, but then at the same time, some pressure washing guys went through the neighborhoods with the HOA with them high prices to the HOA basically tell the customer they need to do it themselves.
Yeah. And I've seen some instances where, not with power washing, but with the roofing, getting the roofing done, where a company will do the roof because you can't solicit in our neighborhood. So you can't go and knock doors and say, hey, you're not supposed to do that. But that still doesn't stop people. Like True Green, they do it all the time. And Fios, they will come through and try to get people to be on their Wi-Fi and get on their services all the time. They don't care. But what I've seen, which I think this is giving me an idea for you, is when you do a house, we could potentially do a yard sign saying when you actually power wash the house, and you could put the yard sign in their yard and ask them when you do it, can I put this yard sign, or have it in a contract, put a yard sign that says your surface. That's just the idea I'm thinking of right now because I've seen it. I think that would be perfect for us to do for you, so people know this house.
Yeah, I would like to get yard signs, but they are so expensive, man.
Yeah, they are. And I know they are from politics. They're very expensive.
If I could figure out how to get them little things that you stick in the ground, because I've seen people just take regular white paper and write on it and stick it in the yard.
Yeah, and I've seen the other ones with True Green where they just have the smaller ones and just stick it in the front and you can see it, and they have the phone number and the name of the company as well. So that's an idea for marketing, and we got to sit down and we got to have a marketing chop up. We got to talk marketing. I know you've been doing a lot with Ms. Johnson and Charnay, but as far as marketing, I know we got to get back into some stuff, and we're supposed to be traveling. But yeah, so it's now 8:00, Mr. Vons.
All right.
I want to thank you, and I appreciate you giving us your time today. This was very lovely on having you today. Very informative. A lot of stuff I didn't know. Even though I've talked to you about what you actually do, it's still a lot that I'm learning. And again, as a young man who will eventually one day have my own family, my own house, I think it's good for any homeowner to know when to get their house power washed and the process, and just the process in general, and the early signs of if you have anything growing and how to handle that. And so I'm gonna let you have any last things that you wanted to say or throw in there or toss in there?
No, it's nothing really I would have to say. I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all, ITB, and everybody that's on, for giving me the opportunity to be able to educate on what pressure washing is about. And hopefully I did a good job of explaining it, and hopefully I'll be getting some phone calls from some people that want to get some work done.
I think you do. I know for sure we are. We're going to be calling you. I'm thinking Miss Ellen is also going to be give you a call on here too. Mr. Cliff just hopped on. He's clapping. So I think you definitely should. That's why I asked, because we have a lot, as people from all across the country that watch us. So that's why I asked early on, how far are you willing to travel for work to do any
Okay.
power washing. But yeah, so thank you all for joining. If you all want to contact Mr. Vines and receive any power washing services, you can give him an email at info@yoursurfacemypurpose.com. You can also visit his website that I showed you earlier that I created. It's yoursurfacemypurpose.com. Or if you just want to call him, you can give a call at his number directly at 804-729-1955. And if you want to set up a consultation, just visit his site and you can book a consultation. He'll get the notification and he will be at your property, whether it's car detailing or whether it's power washing or whatever he's there for you, and he will do, like he said, he'll go above and beyond to make sure your surface is clean, because your surface is his purpose.
And I'm gonna throw this one out there too. I forgot to say that I also do wood staining, wood decks, and any wood stuff. I do staining for wood fencing and stuff too.
Yeah, I think in that one picture that was you staining the I think you had washed it and then you had put a stain on it. Yeah. So that is all good to know. Again, if you have want to get any services, please give them a call at 804-729-1955. And if you want to get in contact with In the Beginning, you want to call us and you want help, or you want to be on one of our client webinars at one point, give us a call at 804-468-8141 or visit our website at inthebeginningco.com or email us. You can email Ms. Johnson here at info@inthebeginningco.com. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate you all for giving your time. And please sit on here to the end so y'all can watch this outro intro video that Mr. Allen made for us with not DNA Production. That's Mr. Cole. With RVA Agency. Please watch his outro video. I'm hoping it does right. So thank y'all for joining us tonight. Y'all have a great night, and peace be with you all. And I'm gonna play the outro video.
Thank you for joining us for today's In the Beginning Incubator webinar. We hope you found inspiration, valuable insights, and practical strategies to apply to your own entrepreneurial journey. But the learning doesn't stop here. We invite you to join us again next Tuesday for another powerful session where we'll continue to spotlight incredible entrepreneurs and share knowledge that can help take your business to the next level. If you enjoyed today's webinar and found it valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Spread the word. Let others know what you learned and invite a friend, colleague, or fellow entrepreneur to join us next Tuesday. Once again, we appreciate you for being part of the In the Beginning Incubator community. Keep striving, keep growing, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you for joining.